Hi everybody, hope you're all well. So today it's all about the magician. I've mentioned, we're talking about 4 archetypes. I mentioned the warrior as the first one to get the engine running, and the second one was the lover. It's a reminder to come from a loving space, to come from the heart, to give love to yourself, to be in a receiving mode, coming more to this feminine energy. And the magician is very powerful. It's a very important archetype because it's the one that has the capacity to change anything, to transform anything into something amazing, any adversity, any challenge, any difficult situation into an amazing opportunity, and an opportunity for expansion, for growth, for something more, something bigger. And no matter where you are, what your circumstance is, you have the capacity to do that. And there are a couple of great examples, like this book from Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning, where he describes a fish bowl, a bowl of fish soup, where this head and bones are in there. It was in a concentration camp, and he saw poetry in the bowl. He looked at it, stared at it, and could see something beautiful in there, like a painting. And where other people were perhaps feeling sick already and not liking it and having depression, and he found beauty in anything, and he cultivated that in his experience there, and that made him not only survive but thrive throughout that experience. It became something amazing after that. He was able to write a book about it, and it became a bestseller, and amazing. And we all have that capacity. It's the mindset, it's that powerful tool that we have that we can use to our benefit. There's another great movie, The Shawshank Redemption, where there's talk about closing your eyes. This guy is sitting in a prison cell. He's a lover of classical music, and he says that, yes, when I close my eyes, I'm enjoying a beautiful composition of classical music. I hear the orchestra playing, even though he's surrounded by 4 walls and nothingness and a couple of iron bars. He's enjoying the most beautiful composition of classical music in his mind. He can hear it there. We have this powerful tool called imagination, and we can use that to our benefit wherever we are. You can see the beauty in everything. It's like the example of the rose. Are you going to look at the thorns on the rose, or are you going to look at the rosebud, that can flower, that can blossom, the beautiful flower, or the thorns that are spiky and can hurt you? Where are you putting your attention? What are you focusing on? So it's really, again, that choice of, where am I going to put my focus? Where am I going to put that tuner? And as for myself, yes, I have been on the other end of the stick many times. I was blessed enough to be born as a very sparkly girl since I was a little girl. However, along the way, other people's voices, movies, the media, TV, etc., it started to, I got inundated by all of that. It started I let my power be taken away from all of these things because those voices became louder than my own. I let that happen, And yes, I have had many moments where I couldn't even see that other part of myself anymore. I got lost in that. Whereas all I had to do was to realize that, oh yeah, that's right, that other part is still here. So why not stay connected to that? And that's why in this message or in this video, I can't emphasize enough how important it is to connect with that inner being. It doesn't matter whether you're a religious person or where you're coming from, or if you're an anarchist or whatever. We all have the capacity to connect with something bigger than ourselves, okay? And we can do that through meditation, closing your eyes, focusing on your breathing. You can do it through prayer if you're a religious person. It's just a matter of standing still, pausing, and becoming quiet long enough to hear everything around you, to see everything around you. It's just that. Becoming long enough quiet to contemplate the vastness of what is around you and to feel the richness within, It's all there. And when you start to connect with that, the neediness of needing the stuff externally goes away, it falls away. You don't need so much to have people to come into your life to make you happy, because your happiness comes from within, you know. You don't need certain things to be there in order for you to be happy or become happy, because the happiness is already there. You are connected with it. You are that. You are in it. Your focus is there. You feel it. You experience the richness of that. You know, it's only when we disconnect from that, looking for the answers outside, that we don't feel that. When we do, that's when we do get disconnected. The words say it all, you know, disconnected. Just come back to that. Connect with that. It's all here. You don't need to go and look for it over there. I did that for a very long time, many times, not even so long ago. You know, I forgot again. And there I was again. Until something happened and it just reminded me that, oh, that's right, you know. Why do I do that all the time? Well, we can linger a long time over the why, and what really is more key is to just, when you have the realization, you know, do it. Connect, come back to the love, come back to yourself, your higher self, connect with the vastness of our universe. And then you start to see the beauty everywhere again around you, in anything, you know, and there is the magician. The lovers are very close by, because again, they tap already into the resourcefulness of creativity, you know, the place where music comes from, where poetry comes from, the Sufis, the sages, you know, the inspiration. So the transition, the warrior again got you as a kickoff on your feet, you know, got the engine running, got set things in motion. The lover reminded you of coming back to a place of ease and being in a receptive mode, you know, just, it's already there. All you have to do is get out of your own way to be able to connect with it, you know, that's all. There's no chasing, there's no hard work. It's just taking a step back and relax and see it, you know, embrace it. Take a moment and connect to feel it. That's it. That's all there is, really. And I know, because I've been on the other end of the stick, and I have dealt with the results of that way and that path. And it's not it's the path of the most resistance, okay? All you got to realize is to let go of resistance. And I have been in resistance for many times. You know, that's where the self-sabotage is in. So when we stop resisting and we just allow stuff, you know, we just allow, we accept the now and find the beauty in that, then as a result of your experience of the richness, it all shows up naturally, you know, organically, without effort. It's automatically. And there's no doing in that, you know, it's just taking a breath and relax and enjoy and be in the richness of who you already are, always been, you know. So don't let the TV, the media, and the other voices around you become the louder voice, you know. You have the other voice there. Make that one louder, you know. Just stand still. Take time to listen to that voice, because it's so much more powerful and can help you create something so much more sweet and enjoyable. So do that, you know, connect with that. So go on the internet, find your alchemists of our time, Merlin, you know, all the sages and the Sufis. Go and find them and write down the qualities and embody that, you know, let that and connect to your own avatar and find your role models, embody those qualities that can help you do all this, help you as a warrior get through things, you know, be the lover, have the creativity, get that spark, the inspiration, and then transform the things, you know, the adversities, the difficulties, the challenges, and take the opportunities out of that, you know, and use them for something bigger, better, more beautiful. Anyway, guys. Oh, and The Alchemist is also a great book in this series to read, from Paulo Coelho. So yes, you got a couple of great books and movies to watch. I spoke about The Peaceful Warrior as well earlier in one of my posts. So that's also a great movie. Yeah. Reminding you that you can be a warrior, but coming from a peaceful perspective, you know, it's really great. I definitely can recommend it. If you're watching this on YouTube, remember to subscribe. I'm so appreciative of your subscribes and your likes if you do like this video, obviously. And thank you so much. Be good, and there's more to come. Mwah. Thank you, guys. And here I am again. I wanted to add something because this is a really great movie, I feel, that can help you, ignite that magician in you. So I wanted to recommend this movie. It's called La Vita è Bella, or Life is Beautiful. And we have the time now to look at these things, so I think it's a great one to add to the list. Why? Because there's this amazing character that plays the main role in this movie, where he's again also in this circumstance of a concentration camp, and he takes that situation and he basically finds a whole other way to to get his children to survive or thrive even again through the situation. And how does he do that? By making it into a game. So instead of being all concerned and worried and depressed and sad and thinking of doom scenarios like most people would do, and especially parents in those situations, he made it into like a video game. He said to his children, okay, we are in some kind of a game, and you can gain points, and when you, for example, hide away here or there, you get more points. And when you do as this man tells you to do, you get even more points. And so he makes it into something exciting, so the kids have no awareness of, they think it's all part of the game. So they just start playing along, adapting to the rules and kind of like easing their way into what could be a horrible scenario, or, well, even imagine what are we talking about, no? But they kind of ease their way into that experience by perceiving it from a completely different perspective. And that is, again, the power of your imagination, the power of, your fantasy, of your dreaming, your capacity to transform things. And the great Wayne Dyer, may his soul rest in peace, put this phrase out in the ether, which I love, and it says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And it's not because those things changed, it's because you changed the way you looked at them. It's your perception that changed. So when you change your perception, when you put your focus from, on a different, on the rosebud and not the thorns, you see the rose, not the thorns. You start to see more of that instead of the other stuff. It's really like that, it's the alchemy, that is the transformation. The adversity, change it into a learning opportunity, into an opportunity of expansion, into something more, into something greater. Don't look at all the doors that closed. Don't look at all the money that finished. Don't look at all the things that went bad. Take that and make it into something great. Look at all the other doors that can open now, that all the amazing stuff that can come through those doors, and all the money that's going to come through those doors. Change it around. What better time than now? This is a huge, great, exciting time in our lives, because it's an awakening moment, an opportunity for all of us to wake up, wake up from the dream, and start coming from a different perspective. Change the way you look at things, so the things you look at change, So let's do that. We can do it as a collective. We can do it individually. Main key is, don't let anything critical take you down, or, take you from your beautiful higher self of inspiration and resourcefulness, of joy, of excitement, of keep going and connecting with that. Whether you are a religious person, an anarchist, or don't believe in meditation or anything, if you have the capacity to close your eyes, slow down your breath, quiet your mind, to just hear everything around you, and to just contemplate the beauty of everything around you, then you have mastered the capacity of the magician. And that's my most powerful message so far, I would say. The next one would be the king. And yes, and then we got the 4 archetypes all together. Go on the internet, find your Rumis, your Merlins, your Mother Teresas, Gandhis, Nelson Mandelas, all the alchemists of our time. Embrace their qualities and make them your own. You have it all there, you just forgot about it. So go there and remind yourself and embody that, cultivate that. Okay, guys, I love you all. Remember to subscribe, so much appreciated. And if you like this video, click the button, click, like, subscribe, so I can make more of this stuff and more people can enjoy this and have, you know, fun with it and benefit from it. Okay, stay good, stay great. Bye guys.
I keep a photograph in which we were in love, caught in your eyes, waiting for the sun.